Around 300 migrants that they were returned back from the United States of America from Venezuela. They were rioting inside of the installations of Esmeralda in Tijuana, Mexico. The migrants they were demanding that they needed medical attention and also to know the whereabouts of where they were going to be returned back. After this, a viral video started circulating in TikTok of the migrants, how they were being treated inside of the installations of Esmeralda in Tijuana, Mexico.
Envía ese video por ahí. Lo tienen encerrado aquí, migración de Tijuana. Tienen migración de Tijuana, puro venezolano. De Tijuana. Los tipos no quieren ni sacar. Metimos el teléfono escondido, pero para que se apague. Disfrútense ese video por ahí, mano. Puros panas que tienen 2 meses por aquel lado.
In addition to the incidents happening inside of the installations of Esmeralda in Tijuana, Mexico, the Secretary of Government, Catalino Zavala, gave an explanation to the governor of Baja California of what was the reasons why the migrants were rioting inside of the immigration center. To define their immigration status in the country, that around 250 people from the entity of Venezuela, they were in the space, and we are saying space because it is a place of transit. In the process of the Institute National of Immigration of Mexico, it takes around 3 days to process them, and according to all the paperwork, ultimately respecting their humanitarian rights. In addition to this, Ms. Governor, there was a demand of the Venezuelan migrants. They wanted to know their situation status due to the fact that this is a process so they can transit freely in the country. Where is the first definition and response from the federal authorities in terms to this knowing if they were soliciting refugee or political asylum? That is the process that they are encountering right now, and they were transferred the whole time. Humanitarian rights was there, and also there was a security coordinators in location. Also, we attended them if they wanted to make a phone call, and also in the medical intention. And today, early in the morning, the ones that they were still inside of the immigration center, they were well fed with their morning breakfast. The new policies from the Biden administration have complicated and have created a level of uncertainty in the population of Venezuela, which now they are required to enter from a port of entry. If not, they are going to be returned back to Mexico to wait for the process. A lot of them, thousands of them, are being returned back into the borders of Mexico, and a lot of them are waiting in Central America and South America. Outside of the installations of Esmeralda, there was a Venezuelan migrant who had a family member detained inside of the installations. The level of uncertainty was growing because they did not know where they were going to be returned back. And the only way that she knew it was when his family member was inside the bus, and with a piece of paper and a pencil, they were writing each other. And by the way that they were explaining, Tapachula and Tabasco was the place that he was going to be returned back. Yes, he is my nephew. My name is Josville. I am a migrant from Venezuela. I have been living here in Tijuana for 5 years. I'm a permanent resident. And what my nephew was saying was that he was going to be transferred to Tabasco or Tapachula, but I don't understand why. I am here. I am a resident. Why I cannot be his sponsor? I have a way to prove that I'm a permanent resident right here in Tijuana. For 5 years, I have been living here, so I don't know why they take him away. And they did not give him the right to be here with me. He crossed illegally from Ciudad Juarez to El Paso, Texas. From El Paso, he was returned back to Juarez, and from Juarez, he got transferred all the way over here to Tijuana. So I thought that he was going to be delivered here to me because he had my phone number. So we were under the assumption that he was going to be here with me. But by the way, that we are communicating right now with a piece of paper and a pencil, he is going to be returned back to Tabasco or Tapachula. This Biden policy, it is affecting us a lot because my nephew tried to cross to the United States because he wanted a better life. He has a family in Venezuela. He only wants to provide a better life for them. He wants to work. What do you think about the new policy of Biden that says if you cross illegally or irregularly, you are going to be returned back? Well, I believe that is wrong because everybody deserves a better life. Everybody deserves a chance to go to the United States of America, and we have the right to migrate. Due to the Biden policies, thousands are scattered and stranded all over from South America, Central America, and now Mexico. In the Darien Gap, they're speculating that there is more than 10,000 that they were awaiting to move to the north. And according to ultimately authorities from Guatemala, they've been having a really hard time to try to contain the enormous influx that is coming. The Biden policy is strictly directing themselves to the population of Venezuela. If you cross irregularly or illegally through a non-port of entry, you are going to be returned back to stay in Mexico to wait for your process. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Stay safe.